Welcome to Raised in Alaska. Today we're going to review this VidVis 4G game camera. Let's take a look and see what's in the box. Okay, it comes with its own directions, which is nice. Has a solar panel. It comes with a mount. And this mount would work fine, but we're going to use a different mount. It comes with some mounting hardware to use for that mount. A little screw thing, knob that we'll look at in a second, a strap, a bracket to attach the solar panel to the top of the game camera, and here's the game camera. Cute little guy. One of the things that I've wondered about in game cameras for a long time is, when are they going to make them smaller and smaller? I think the next generation of game cameras are going to be the size of a deck of cards or something, but this is a good step in that direction. I've removed some of the protective coatings on this. Let me get the rest off here though. All right, we're going to go ahead and put the mount on it here. Oh, this is kind of unique. This mount just slides in and clips, and then it's there. That's pretty handy. And then the solar panel goes on the top here. And then in the bottom, you plug the solar panel into the very bottom here. Let's get that in there. There. And so there's the game camera. Let's open it up and take a look inside. So you gotta unplug this from there. And it looks like it's got an SD card already in it at 32. And so you can see it takes the MicroSD card in the bottom where it plugs in, and then we can program it here. I have it set up on a tree right back here. We'll take a look at it in a second, but first we're going to Bluetooth into it and see if it's pointed where we want it pointed. So one of the really cool things about this camera is this Bluetooth capability. And when I first go in, I can see the battery levels at 100%, memory card. I got lots of memory. You can see what the temperature is outside when it was last updated, the model number, ID, firmware. I'm going to go into camera right now. Tap to reconnect to the camera. There it is. The camera's waking up, it says. And we're still connected. It takes a second, which is kind of normal. Mosquitoes are horrible this morning. Okay, there we are. And realistically, I like that setup. You can see me here. And so I'm going to leave it right where it's at. Other things that I can look at in here that are kind of cool. So I recently had this at a little fox den, and so I can look at one of those fox videos. Well, that's actually a bird. I want to look at a bird. Birds are boring, right? Let's take a look at this one here. Oh, there's that bird again. I don't want to see the bird. It's 2 times in a row, right? And there's the fox. And you can see he's just leaving the area. And so from my phone, then I can look at the videos on it. I can program this. I want to go back for a second here. Go to, I don't want map, cancel home. Go to that camera, memory card. Looks like it's reading the memory card fine. I would like to format that memory card from here. Oh, there's memory card right there. I'm going to format the card. Well, actually, I'm not going to format the card because normally when I put a game camera out, I always format the card, but this card that was in it was working just fine before it works in here, so I'm not going to format that card. But from here, you can see that there's lots of different, I can see the date and time. I'm going to get out of here, though. These mosquitoes are driving me crazy. Medium sensitivity. Okay. From there, you can see I can do a lot of things with the camera. The cool thing about that function, though, is I don't have to touch that camera now. I can come in here. I can download what's on the camera and never have to touch that camera and leave human scent on it again. One issue that I found is that this camera records files in AVI. My iMac does not read AVI, and so what I've done instead is I download them onto my phone and then I send them to my computer and then they read just fine. And so it was kind of an issue, but I've resolved the issue. And I resolved the issue because I contacted customer service and they got back to me really quickly with some workarounds for it. That was the first one I read and it worked fine, so I was happy about that. So we're going to get out of here, but I'll show you the Fox videos right now, and then we'll look at factoids about this camera, and then we'll come back and look at Moose videos at the end. Thanks for watching. Okay, I got the camera up here. What I've elected to do is I have the camera here. You can see the wire, and I put the solar panel up over there. This first video clip has great clarity, good colors. The nighttime video I think is fantastic here. Really good margins, very clear. It's classic that it's going to be in black and white like this. This is a really nice quality video. You can see there's a second camera over on the left. I have this at a Fox den where I have two cameras set up and I'm monitoring what's going on. Here we are again, daytime video. Again, really good colors, great clarity. Beautiful video. You can see in the upper right hand corner, it's sunlight there and it's washing that part of the screen out. But this is a really good video quality. And here we are again at night. I'm really impressed with the nighttime quality videos here. Good color. It picks him up when he's behind things there. This is just after sunset. And so we still have illumination in the sky, but it really picks up the definition and the detail well here. Now we'll look at some pictures real quick. And so I had this camera set on picture and video mode, so every video would also take a picture. It's a nice feature. And this is only in 20K. This camera shoots a lot better than this, but that's what I had it set at. Now that we've looked at the Bluetooth, let's talk about the camera itself. First, this is a really small camera, which is nice. On the inside of it, let's take a look at the inside here. On the inside, it's got on, off. You can navigate, so you can program it all through here. There's nothing that comes off. You can't put alkaline batteries in this. This is solely a solar-powered lithium battery. Before you take it out in the field, you can plug it in here into the wall and charge it up. And then it takes a MicroSD card here. A few factoids, if you will. So it's a 4G camera that will also take pictures in 64K, which is pretty phenomenal. It has a 0.2 second trigger speed, and the motion sensor on here senses at 90 degrees. An interesting fact about this is it will take up to a 256 gigabyte card. Most cameras that I use, I operate in 32, and some will go to 64. I think some that I have will go to 128. This might be the only camera that I have that goes to 256. And one of the cool things about that, it's solar powered. Put a humongous card in it, take it out in the middle of nowhere, and just leave it. Come back in 3 months and see what happened. That's what we're going to do next, by the way. And one other kind of factoid, if you will, it has a 66 IP rating, which is a weather rating, and basically what that means is that if anything short of submerging this camera is going to be fine. The sensor on here will sense motion up to 70 feet away, which is a nice distance, and then you can Bluetooth into it from 50 feet away. And so from a good distance away, just passing by, you can Bluetooth in and see what's been happening. Super cool feature. In all my game camera experience, I've never had a bat come into my game camera, so this is super cool. But it also gives us an opportunity to check the quality of this camera. Anytime you want to look at the quality of a camera to determine if it's good or not, there's really two tricks you can do. One, slow down the video, which we've done here, and you can still see the image very, very well. The second good check on a camera is to try zooming in and seeing what the quality of that is. We're going to do that on this video. This is a wolf pack coming through, although that first dog there doesn't look like a wolf to me, so I'm super curious about that.
And unfortunately for me, when a wolf pack comes through like this, the moose generally don't return for a week or two. So it's going to slow down our opportunity to look at moose, but we'll look at moose before it's done. Now we're going to zoom in 100%. First, to look at that first animal to see what it is, but second, just to look at the quality of this video. This is still pretty good nighttime quality. It used to be the case that at nighttime you could barely make anything out. Nowadays you can actually zoom in. Pretty amazing. Really good color. The wind is whipping here and it's moving the tree that the camera's on. Check out the sound on this clip. I was super impressed with the quality of sound. And so not only do we have good video, but the audio is very strong. "300% zoom here. Still good quality image. And here the camera's kind of struggling with really harsh lighting, but it does a nice job.
So I hope I've given you enough information that you can make up your own mind, but I'm going to tell you my final thoughts on this camera. It's got a solid case. It's got an IP rating of 66, so don't submerge it in water and it's going to do fantastic. I like the idea you don't have to put batteries in it. It's totally independent. You can take it out into the backcountry, drop it off. It's going to create its own power. It's going to power itself. You can put a huge card in it, 256K, and leave it there for, I like to say indefinitely, but probably not indefinitely, but for a long time and not have to worry about it. You come back in 3 months and pick this thing up. I like the idea that you can Bluetooth into it so that you can set it up and make sure that it's exactly aiming where you want. I like that you can go in with your phone and control it and look at it and see what's happening. I think those are good features. I really like the small size of this thing. You know, the smaller they get, the more you can hide them from animals and also from people going past. I've had game cameras taken because you can't conceal them enough. I also really like the feature that you can, and I've wound the cord around here, but you can take the solar panel off, put the solar panel maybe on the sunny side and put the camera on the shady side so the sun isn't shining into the camera. And so you kind of really have the best of both worlds. You're going to get better quality pictures because you don't have sun in it, and you're going to get a full charge because you have your solar panel pointing at the sun. I also like that you can put it on here and just set it up and there it goes. The functionality is really nice, and I like that you have variations, ways that you can set it up. So all in all, I would give this camera 5 out of 5 stars. So this is the VidVis SV-TCNW game camera. If I was going to offer a recommendation, I would say a really simple name, the VidVis #1. Would be easier for people to remember. This is a hard name to remember. I mean, I can tell you about it now. You might look at this and go, oh, that's my camera. Now I can't remember the name. And so I will put this in the description and you can see it here. Thanks for coming along today, and we'll see you on the next video.